抱拳礼。Relax the weight down into your right leg. Step out, shoulder width apart. Okay, breathe in as arms come up. Sink the body down. Now, we check that the front of the hips are relaxed and not pushed forward. That the elbows are dropped and the shoulders relaxed, not holding up, just relax. Chest relaxed, so the breathing can sink down to your center. Just a mind calm. Feel the joints open and the weight sink down to your feet. Okay, once everything has settled down, we start. Loosen the wrists. Now, this movement, we turn our waist slightly, and it's like a train, yeah, like the wheel of a train, going back and forward. And it's like the wrist is, you see, flexed, stretching this part, and that's pulling forward and then pulling forward. Yeah. So we start with a big movement to get the idea, and then we make the movement smaller, more internal from the center and faster. But the whole body is moving. And we always keep a space between the palms. Yeah, don't close. You can reverse. Now we stretch. Breathe out. In. Yeah. Fully empty your lungs. So the next in-breath is naturally deeper. And feel the stretch from your back. Stretch the tendons in the wrist and back. Next, head back, look up, breathe in, now look forwards, hold it, and breathe out. Head back, look up. This position opens up your lungs. Then look forwards. This position stretches the lower back and kidney area. Breathe out. Can open the feet slightly wider. Breathe in. Now breathe out and look up on the inside rather than the outside of the arm. Breathe in and out. Try not to bend your elbows. Straighten your arms close to your ear. And back. Now we go down, stretching the hamstrings. Breathe out. After a few moments, the stretch reflex will release, and you can go a few centimeters deeper into the stretch. If you don't have any injury there, you can gently rock or bounce. Then very slowly go to the side. And back.
center and come up slowly.
Okay, next we'll warm up the hands. Breathe in as you go up, spread across the brow, then breathe out as you go down. Start from these acupuncture points here. These are called the welcoming perfume points here. These points are for the sinus. Yeah, after you can, smell more clearly, that's why it's called welcoming perfume points. Just go all the way up. Use the heel of your palm, cross the eyebrow, relax all the muscles in your face, and now use the fingernails and stimulate the scalp. From the side. Okay, now we close 3 fingers and put 1 finger behind the ear, like this. Just rub. Yeah, there's lots of acupuncture points in your ear. So there's a whole branch of acupuncture called auricular acupuncture. Yeah, so we just warm up the outside of the ear and pull down, just to bring the blood circulation to the ear. Yeah, just like in reflexology, the different points are connected to different organ systems in your body. So just to warm up the ears. Next, you'll use your palm, cover your ears, and tap the jade pillow past this point acupuncture area here. So there's a lot of cranial nerves that just exit here at the base of the skull. And this is a part on the acupuncture channel that runs up your spine over the top of your head and just helps to open up this channel. This part here, yeah, your energy often can get stuck here, so it just helps it with moving over here. So after you cup your hands and you're going to press in, creating a vacuum so no air can come in, and then you release. So you breathe in as you press in, release. And one more. So inside your ear you have all these little inner canals, and you have the hair in the ear and the little crystals in the hair. So when you move, the hair, the crystals, they move and they take information from the outside and send that information to your brain about your balance. So this is good, just to help to activate the vestibular system and just help with your balance. Yeah. So after you've done that, you warm up the back of your neck. Use your full palm and your fingers on the neck and warm up the neck. Now we stretch back as far as you can and down. Center. Turn to the right. Look at the right shoulder. Yeah, it's my left and your right. Now turn to your left. Look at your left shoulder. Okay, now we roll the head slowly back. breathe in and out. In and out. Just let go of any tension in your neck, shoulders. Okay, reverse. Just a note of caution for anyone who tends to, some older people may have problems with the discs or may get dizzy when they move their head back. So they would more keep their head up and just go side, down, side, up, and not go back. Okay, if you don't have any issues, then you can go back as well. Next, after the neck, we move to the shoulders. Place the fingers in front of the shoulders. This movement, a lot of people move their hands around or lift their hands off. So just note that I keep my hands here and I breathe in. You can bring your wrists together and breathe out. Breathe in. Open your chest and breathe out. As you open your chest, see the front part stretches, and then when you breathe out, your back part stretches the way a cat rolls its back. Breathe in and out. So just be careful when you're doing this part that you don't fold and bend forward. It's just this movement of the chest. Breathe in and out. Okay, now reverse. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go down. We continue loosening the shoulders. First, we breathe in, bring your arm as high as you can. Yeah, close to your ear, look behind, and now extend the wrist so the fingers point up and the palm faces the back wall. Breathe out as you come down. Breathe in and out. Now in reverse, you relax your wrist, and now you flex your wrist. So the last one your wrist was extended, this one your wrist is flexed, and then use the edge of your palm as you come down. Turn, look behind. Yeah, one reason why the hand is here, some people, they have the injuries in the shoulders, so they might be only able to get their hand this high. So if their hand is here, they can use their fingers, kind of push their arm up higher, just to get it up. And another reason is just to kind of move the scapula away from the spine. Yeah, like just to support the shoulder. Okay. Shoulder is the most highly mobile joint in the body, so it's the one that's often most injured. Now we change sides. Breathe in. Out. Stretch as high as you can. Feel the whole side of the body stretch, these intercostal muscles here. And that will help you with your breathing, to breathe more deeply if you stretch those. And remember to extend your wrist here so the fingers point up. Now reverse. When you breathe out, relax your chest. Feel internally the weight sink down your legs to your feet. Yeah, the feeling is like when you do a deep sigh and you just release. Next, cross the wrists, keeping your elbows the same height as your shoulders. You can look and check that the elbows aren't lower, or the hands lower. Just the elbows, hands on the same line as your shoulders, and open your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. On this movement, make sure you bend your elbow so the hand goes behind and don't keep your arm straight up. Also, not just the arm, open your chest, you see? Open the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bend the knees, slight side bend, rotate and look towards your opposite heel. The first one is soft, second one a bit harder. And the fists are just loose fists, you don't clench your fist tightly. Now relax. Move the arms up. Gradually go higher and wrap around your neck. If you look behind, as you throw your arm over your shoulder and slap against the upper back, it'll just stimulate the blood circulation there. And if you look behind, that will help with stretching from the neck all the way down to the ankle. Yeah. If you just do this, you don't get the stretch. So make sure you turn and look behind and kind of really throw your arm over so you stretch the shoulder and the upper back. If you just go like this, you're not getting the stretch. Really throw your arm. And then we slow down. Okay, I'll warm up the hands. Massage the kidneys. Okay, turn the hips. Keeping your palms on the kidneys so the heat from your hands keeps going in to the kidneys. The kidneys control the homeostasis or the internal balance of the organs. Okay, reverse. Do a big movement, loosen out your hips and your lower back. Okay, now left leg forward. Just warm up your knee. When you feel the heat, penetrate deep into the joint, of your knee, then you go down. And keeping the palm and wrist very relaxed so that the vibration of the slap goes deeper. Yeah, just slap to stimulate the blood circulation to come to the surface. Behind the knee. Other side. Yeah, earlier like we stimulated the back of the neck, the acupuncture point here. Another part, yeah, that's hard for the energy to pass through down to the feet is this point. It's called a Wei Zhong, because again, also there's less muscle at the back of the knee. So this is the 40th point on the bladder meridian. Yeah. After you support the knee either side of the patella and just rotate inwards. Outwards. Okay, change legs. Reverse. Good. Next, feet shoulder width apart. Draw the knees together. Open. Together. Open. Reverse. And we squat. Yeah, squatting is the natural resting position of the human being, but because we use the chairs, a lot of people have problems in their knees and their hips as they get older. Yeah, in traditional Chinese medicine, they say like that as you get older, the first place to lose the strength is the legs, and then, you know, if you have the problem with your hips and your knees, you lose the balance, you can have the fall. And if you have a fall, then later you can be, you know, afraid to be so active, and you may be more isolated at home, you know, as an elderly person. So that can lead to things like cardiovascular problems if you're not getting exercise and the blood and the fluids aren't being circulated. So it's very important to loosen out the knees and the hips. And here, if your heels are on the ground, you're also loosening your ankles. Of course, some people mightn't be able to keep their heels on the ground, so they can have their heels up. And some people feel they're falling backwards, so they might want to have their arms forward. So whatever you need to do is fine. And then, even if you can only go down a little bit, every class, just improve it a little bit more. If you're over 35, yeah, it just takes more time to regain your flexibility, but you can still regain it. So make sure you do it, yeah? Next, knees together, keeping the head up. Yeah, so like if your head is down, you know, the blood can go to the head, you can get a bit dizzy, yeah, so here, reverse. Now we squat. And you can bounce a little bit just to help with releasing the lower back. Up, gently press the knees back. Down. And up. Okay, now to come up, you bend your knees, move your head forward, like a turtle moves its head out of its shell. And relax. for the ankle, we bring one foot back so the toe is in line with the heel of the other foot. And this is a better position for the full rotation of the ankle. If you're here, you tend to just go flexion and extension, whereas back here, you get a better range of movement. You bend your standing leg, relax your hips. Okay, reverse. Okay, now I change legs. Reverse. Okay, relax. This is called a bow stance, like a bow and arrow. With this exercise, the idea is that you see the pelvis, you can have this movement, it's called anteversion, or this one is called retroversion. So we want this one, retroversion of the pelvis. And when we press here, you see this creates like a bow, you know, bow shape. And the lesser trochanter of your femur bone is where the iliacus, yeah, and the psoas muscles, they share the same tendon. It's called the iliopsoas, where that tendon inserts here at the lesser trochanter of your femur bone, and you'll feel the stretch at the insertion of the muscle. They two muscles originate at different points in your spine, but they both insert in the same place. Now, if your pelvis is like this, you don't feel it, whereas if you're like this, you will. Yeah? A little bit, push your back heel into the ground, and your foot is 45-degree angle, this foot straight ahead. Okay, now we place our hands on the knee and lift up the back heel off the ground. With this one, a lot of people might do this, where they move this kind of straight angle here, but then again, we don't have that bow shape here, it's just straight. So we want it more extended. You see here, more stretching there. Now, you see the way my pelvis is dropping. Now we get that nice stretch. I bend my elbows so the shoulder relaxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we change legs. So one foot turns out 45 degrees, other foot forward. Hand on the pelvis, kind of press your pelvis forward and push your back heel into the ground. Now hands on your knee. Go low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, relax. This next exercise is for the adductors. Adductor magnus, longus, brevis, gracilis, and pectineus. These. So these movements, yeah. So we want to stretch these muscles. You know, if you fall, like the weather is, you know, icy, and you suddenly stretch out, yeah, you can get the groin strain. Or if you're playing football or something like that, and suddenly you go like this, you can pull these muscles. So if you stretch them, yeah, then if you do slip, yeah, you know, you won't get the groin strain. So hands on the knee. Normally we do this with a partner, where your partner places their foot beside your foot to stop it from rolling up. But you can put your foot against a wall just to train the muscles, and then once the muscles are trained, you don't need to have anything there. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, change legs. If you're low to the ground, so not high holding the feet, but if you're very low to the ground, you can hold your feet. If you're a bit higher, it's better to hold your knees. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you see the way my body is kind of turned, that's very important as well. Okay, when we're in the class, also we do another exercise with a partner where we place our hands on our partner's shoulders and we stretch like this, but you can also do that stretch on a desk or against a wall. Okay, so that's the warm-up. Now we'll go on to the silk reeling exercises. First we practice knee chan, thumb, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Now, shun chan, small finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb. So try to put your awareness in each finger as you rotate. Don't rotate from your elbows when you go out. Rotate from your thumbs. Thumb, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Now, when you rotate in, we don't rotate from the elbows, we rotate from the small finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb. You want to stay very soft and relaxed. Yeah. And your elbows slightly out and dropped. Yeah, so we don't straighten the arms too much. Okay. That's really good. Now we close. You see my arms are extended, but I don't fully straighten my arms. Also the elbows are slightly dropped. Yeah, and outward slightly. There's a space between my thumb and my pointing finger, so I don't close my fingers like this. Keep them open, that's called the tiger's mouth. Yeah, small finger and thumb close towards each other. So the center of your palm, this acupuncture point here, is called the Lao Gung. This is empty. Yeah. Okay, then we breathe in. Now we change to fist. A loosely formed fist, yeah. So it's not tense, yeah. And again, you see this extended elbow slightly out and dropped, and a straight line from the wrist going down to the elbow. Yeah, don't bend the wrist like this. Yeah, the thumb also not here, but here. Now we breathe in. Now the next one is a hook. Breathe in. And out. With this one, the thumb touches the 5 fingers. Yeah, we don't go like this or with the small finger out. Yeah, all together. This is a circular shape here. And the wrist is leading. We don't lead from the knuckles or from the elbow. Elbow dropped, wrist leading. Yeah. The arms in line with the shoulders. Yeah, we don't go too wide or too narrow. Yeah, so these are 3 hand shapes. Okay, breathe in. We do one more time. Down, breathe out. Yeah, use your mind like you're pushing through the wall. Yeah, don't use strength. Now, breathe in. Out. Yeah, your joints open so your energy can reach the fist. Breathe in. Now hook. Breathe out. Okay, close. Next we do the figure 8 movement. Yeah. Shift your weight to your left leg and your right. Left leg, right. Now we add a rotation. Shift the weight. Rotation. Shift the weight. If you were looking down at your pelvis from above, you would see that the hip is moving in a curve or an arc on this side, and then a curve or an arc backwards on this side. If you put those 2 arcs together, you get like a figure 8 movement. So don't confuse turning your waist and turning it back again. Turning your waist and turning it back again. This is like a pendulum movement. So this one, when you turn your waist right, you'll keep turning your waist right, shift the weight. When you turn your waist left, you keep turning your waist left, shift the weight. So that the movement is continuous, there's no stop. Yeah? This continuous movement, yeah, will give you the flow. Yeah? This is also better for your circulation. Yeah, and for later to be able to neutralize any incoming force, yeah, when you can keep your movement, yeah, continuous and not get stuck, stop, start, yeah, but this continuous movement. Okay, this is a figure 8 movement, yeah. Now, the hand shape. First, you can place one hand on your waist. We have Shun Chan, it's a clockwise movement. And then we have Ni Chan, anti-clockwise movement. So this is Shun, means like with the flow of the water, with the current. And then Ni Chan, like against the flow, against the current. Yeah, this is smooth, shun, and then reverse, ni. Like we practiced before, we use the small finger to wind in. Small finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb. Here we keep a space under the arm piece. We try not to collapse the space under the arm piece. The reason is, if I want to move my hand from here to here and I just collapse the space, I'm only using my arm to move my hand through space. Whereas if I keep the space there, I have to use my waist, I have to use my whole body to move my hand from there to there. I have to use my whole body. And this is what you want to do in Tai Chi, use your whole body. So we have Shun Chan, and then fingers up. This part we don't lift up from the elbow. If the elbow comes up, the shoulder comes up. If the shoulder comes up, the hip comes up. So this is fingers. Now turn from your thumb, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Again, Shun Chan, Ni Chan, this hand is just at the dantian, 2 fingers below the navel. Place this acupuncture point here, Lao Gong, just over it. We don't place to the side, or above or below, just here, 2 fingers below the navel. Keeping your hand here will help you to feel that you're moving your center and not just moving your arm. And out. If your breathing isn't that deep, you can breathe in as your hand comes down. Breathe out a little bit here. Breathe in as the hand comes up. Breathe out a little bit here. Another way to think about it is that you breathe in when you shift your weight. Breathe out as you turn your waist. Breathe in as you shift your weight back. Breathe out as you turn your waist. Breathe in as you shift the weight. Breathe out. In and out. Keeping your hand here will help move the breathing from thoracic breathing to deep abdominal breathing, because it will send the message to the brain, when your hand is here, to engage this part, the diaphragm, when you breathe. So as you breathe in, you get this deep abdominal breathing, and then after maybe a few months, you can just do 1 breath to here, then breathe out. 1 breath all the way to here, then breathe out. Some people naturally have the deep breathing, so if you do, that's great. Okay, now we do lower stance. One, shift the weight, keep a space under the arm, turn the waist, shift the weight back. 2. Here, when you turn your hand over, you look at your middle fingertip. Just look beyond the hand. And when your hand moves down, keep looking eye level. So we don't look down. If you look down, what happens sometimes is unconsciously the head moves forward. And if the head moves down, it affects your balance, your ability to coordinate, and according to traditional Chinese medicine, your attention. Okay, you'll notice that one of my feet is turned out 45 degrees and one is straight ahead. So that's how we do the stance. This is called a bow stance. Now we do the same exercise from the back. You try follow me. This time I place my hand on the side of my waist. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8. Close. Okay, now we'll do your right arm. I'll be doing my left arm because I'm facing you, so it'll be a mirror image, so it's easier for you to follow. Later I'll turn around. So first of all, we place now the left hand on your center. I'm using my right. And turn your right toes out 45 degrees. Left toes straight ahead. If our weight starts on our left leg, we turn our waist a little bit left to generate the figure 8 movement, you know, that back curve. We don't straight away shift the weight or turn to the right. If the weight's on the left leg, we turn our waist left. Sorry, for you it's your right leg. If your weight's on your right leg, turn your waist right. 1. So when your hand passes your center, turn your waist, shift the weight. Now turn your thumb over, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Also extend the wrist so we don't have the wrist in a neutral position or flexed. It's extended to stretch the tendons here. Passing like no higher than your eyebrows. When your hand comes down, don't go lower than your hand. You see, this height. Shift the weight. Now, turn the waist. Shift the weight. Turn the waist. Shift the weight. Turn the waist. Okay. One, breathe in. Yeah, you push from your left leg to the Mingmen, up the spine, to shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Then energy moves back from the small finger, coming down, elbow, shoulder, dantian, then back to the dantian, Mingmen, up the spine, shoulder, elbow, hand. Shun Chan, energy back to the center. Ni Chan, energy out to the extremities. Now we start in the left bow stance for the Dan Bien. Yeah, this one, your weight's on your left leg, but if you use your right leg, this won't work. So I want you to use your left leg. So I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm going to do the right side. Yeah, but normally this is the left side. Yeah, so you're on your left leg. I'm just doing the opposite here. Dan Bien from this angle here. Okay, you see? Here we don't want, like, you see, collapsed or stiff. Yeah, this is stretch from the chest, go in, arms go out. In the legs, we don't want the knee going forward or pelvis going forward, yeah? Or like pushing out. This part has to go in. From this side, this roll back. Yeah, we don't want it going forward. You see, this a roll back. You feel your weight more on your heels. Yeah, this a yuan dang, you see. Okay. From here, just at the end, drop the tailbone. So this. Now from here, we turn our waist to the right. One, cloud hands. Breathe out, so turn your waist to the right. Now, then you breathe in as you turn your waist to the left. Now. Check the upper hand no higher than your eyebrow, the lower hand no lower than just below your navel. Try keep a space under your armpiece. Yeah, don't collapse. Keep space, then you turn your waist. Yeah, eyes follow the upper hand. Just look beyond the hand. And the angle of the rising arm is 45 degrees. We don't go to the side. There's a 45 degree to this corner, then 45 degrees to this corner. Okay, now we do from the same direction. You can see this posture here of my teacher's teacher, yeah? Grandmaster Chen Lei. This Dan Bien is very famous Tai Chi posture in the Lao Jia Lu. This is the oldest Tai Chi form in existence. Yeah, this posture is done 7 times, yeah, so it's very important, yeah. Three. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8. Close. Okay. This is called a bow stance. Right, for you, the left toes turn out. It's my right foot. Relax the hip, yeah, so we don't push the hip forward. And the knee doesn't go past the toes. Kind of pull it back. On this side, we don't collapse the knee in. We keep it open, but we don't force it open. And relax this part here back. Yeah, so it's not going forward, a little bit back. We can start. It's a side circle. 1. Now, when the hand comes down, shift your weight. As you pass your knee, shift your way back. Turn your thumb, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger, extend your wrist. Turn your waist, not the arm by itself, waist. And now, small finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb. In that sequence, keep a small space under your arm piece. Ni Chan, Shun Chan, if you want to add the breathing, you can breathe in as you go back, breathe out as you go down and forwards. Now, as you start to turn your thumb, breathe in. Now, breathe out. Your eyes follow the tip of the middle finger. You can just look beyond it. And then when your hand moves down, keep looking eye level. Don't look down. So in the front circle, silk reeling, when you do the Ni Chan movement, you're breathing out. In the side circle, when you do the Ni Chan movement, you're breathing in. This has got to do with the martial application. Okay, now. I change, place my hand on the side of the waist. A little bit, extend the wrist, like don't have it floating, push it in. Yeah? And drop the elbow. That helps to relax the shoulder. If you're floating the wrist, elbow can be up, shoulder up. When you push the wrist in, elbow goes down, shoulder relaxes. Okay, side circle. 1. Here. Be careful that the toes don't come up, lifting the toes off the ground. So the big toe grab the floor. Shift away. 2. Shift away. And back again. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay, now we do your right side, my left side. We can do a higher posture just to give the legs a bit of a rest. You place your left hand on your dantian center. Turn your right toes out. So we want to a little bit bring the chest in to extend the arm. We don't extend from the arm. It's from the chest going in that you get the extension. Yeah. But we don't lock the arm. This will block the circulation. Yeah, just there's a fingers point up, wrists sit down. It's called a 坐张, 坐, like sit down, sit the palm down. Also, we don't close the thumb. Yeah, we keep it open. That's called the hukou, tiger's mouth. Okay, we start. 1. Keep your weight on your left leg. When the hand goes down, the right leg for you, shift the weight. As you pass your knee, shift the weight back again. Shift the weight, the hand comes down, and back again as you pass the knee. Now, small detail here. When you turn your waist, if your hips go, your knee will collapse in. So be careful that the knee doesn't collapse in. More differentiate your waist from your hips. Yeah, I can keep my hips there and just move my waist, or I can move my hips. Yeah. So this one is a more, you see, I still have the connection with the ground. If I collapse my knee in, I don't have the connection with the ground. Yeah. Here I can still push the ground. So 1, I still want to feel the ground here. And when I open out, I don't want to push my knee out so that the toes roll up. So like I said before, you don't force out or collapse in. Yeah, just here, relax here. You see this is the inguinal crease here, the quad, and allow the leg kind of torque by keeping the knee steady, just the hip moving, not the knee. It's more the hip. Yeah, and the knee stays there. Just create like a oppositional forces, like a torque. You know, if you're wringing a towel, keeping the knee there but moving the hip, and then you get the torque in the leg. And then on this side, same thing, like a torque. You see, but if I push my knee out, then I don't get this torque. So we go 1. That's the yuan down, round down. 2. Breathe in as you go back. Now breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Remember, keep your head up. Don't look down. Look at the middle fingertip. Now keep looking straight ahead. Your peripheral vision will be able to see your hand. Also, we don't float the wrist, don't have the wrist like floating. Sit the wrist down, drop the elbow. Then you see the waist close to the shoulder, dantian close to the hip. Yeah. Okay, it's good. Now we change sides. Or I'll change side, you keep same direction. We go with the count. The count is to give you the timing, not to go too fast, where the movement will be disconnected and dispersed, or too slow, where the movement will be stiff. So 1, we give you the timing. Later you can find your own feeling, yeah, your own rhythm, but now try follow this timing just for learning, to give yourself enough time to check your posture and to relax. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, close. This lesson is Hou-Lü, yeah? When you do the Tai Chi form, you know, you do this like this movement, yeah? This is Hou, like backward, Lü, it's roll backward, yeah? So this is going backwards, yeah? You have different types of Lü. You have like a Shang Lü, upward, yeah? Xia Lü, downward, yeah? This is called Hou Lü, this is backward, yeah? So this one, again, we can turn out one foot, yeah? Can be this foot. This hand in the center. This hand between the knee and the hip over the thigh. Yeah, this is not to be confused with another movement from the Lao Jia Yi Lu, which is this one, where you go past the knee, and that's a different movement. That's called Ji press. Ji, and yeah, but this one is Lü, Hou Lü. Okay, so we go 1. One palm face the side of the wall, one palm face down. Like if there was a box here and your hand was on the side of the box, just move the box off the table. This hand on the coffee table, not the fingers. Yeah, this exercise has nothing to do with coffee tables and boxes, but it's just an analogy to help you learn. Yeah? So we use the same breathing method as the last exercise. When you turn your waist to the right, you breathe out. When you turn your waist to the left, you breathe in. Here you'll notice that my knee is staying here, but my leg is slightly torquing. Hip staying relaxed, I don't push my hip forward. Yeah, this will get a good torque on the leg. Yeah, then this hand turn over, shift the weight, and then this leg is torquing. Yeah, here again the sense like as if you're holding something between your legs. Yeah, this called he dang, like close the dang. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah. Yeah, when you do this right, you should really feel the muscles in your legs working. Yeah, when the legs get stronger, then it's easier to hold the posture. Yeah, you need to have the posture exactly right, yeah, to get more feeling in the movement. So you really need to build the strength of your legs. It's called train the kung fu of the legs. Okay, now we'll do this one facing the same direction. Yeah, like the head is being pulled up from a string and the chin coming in, you see, like this. We don't like go this way, chin down. This is tensing your muscles, because it's very important, the concept of using the tendons, not the muscles. So if you pull up, this is called ding, like shuling ding jing, like a string lifting the head up. That's working from the tendons, yeah? Whereas if you push your chin in, that's the muscles are getting tense. So we want to just, you see this is called traction. You want traction, that the ears come back, yeah, and not push the chin down, yeah? So when you imagine a string pulling up here, the chin comes in, ears back, like you're listening to something behind you. This is the right position for the head. As that pulls up, then the tailbone drops down. Okay. Also, this movement, you know, if you were doing the double-handed front circle, cloud hands is another name for that, and you finished, then you can just reverse the spirals. You see right hand spiral in, left palm spiral out, and then start from there, okay? 1, breathe out as you turn your waist right. Breathe in as you turn your waist left. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Close. Breathe in. Out. So this is the last silk reeling exercise in the beginner's level 1. This is called Peng Lu. Can turn your right toes out and step forward. I show you first from the front, but it's easier for you to follow when I face the same direction as you. But you see first of all, from here, I'm going to spiral one hand in, one hand out, and then change, like this. So the details are that this front hand is basically doing this reverse spiral, you see. Doesn't cross my center line, because if it does, I lose the space under my armpiece, so keep center. If I'm turning my waist, you see, my hand's going over here, but it's still space under my armpiece, yeah? And then here, as I go forward, I don't go to the side. I stay in line with the leg so that you see my shoulder and hip are in the same line, and I kind of close my hip, dantian to the hip, and shoulder, chest to the shoulder. I don't let the arm go by itself or the knee go by itself. So this is the reverse spiral. And this hand is just doing the front circle that you already know, but just with one leg forward. Yeah? So This will be quite easy for you to do. Yeah, you see from the front first. Small detail. When you come down, careful not to close the space under your arm piece. Same thing, use the small finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb, and keep the elbow out. Now, you see, keep the space under your arm piece, turn your waist more. Yeah, then drop your elbow, use your thumb, pointing finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Both hands are roughly the same height. The hand behind is slightly higher, like you're holding someone's wrist, and this is under their elbow. Yeah, so you don't want the hands too wide or too narrow. Yeah. So then here. Okay, now it will be easier for you to follow when I'm facing the same way as you. You can step out so that the toes are just behind the line of the heel. Yeah. From here, you see this stretch from the chest going in, then like your back is pulling out. It's called a ba bei. Pull the back. Yeah, hanshung, like empty the chest. Yeah, wrist sitting down. Yeah, we don't have this straight. You see neutral, extend. Yeah. Now we start. 1, left hand, yeah, spiral in like the front circle silk reeling. Just like the one you know already. The right hand spiral reverse. Yeah. Don't cross your center line. Yeah. You can add your breathing. When your hands go down, you breathe in. Your hands reach your solar plexus. Turn them over. Now breathe out. In. You see the arms go straight forward. Don't go to the side. Yeah. Now breathe out. Also, you see my left hand, the back hand. Yeah, don't lift from my elbow like that. Keep the elbow dropped, you see, turn from your thumb, elbow stays dropped. Okay, close. Okay, now we do the other side, yeah? This side, yeah? Before we do the other side, you can practice just your left hand. Yeah, I use my right. Just practice your left hand down your center. Yeah? Like along a table. Palm up. In. Then keep your elbow there. Go straight down. Along the table. Up. In, down your center. So your left arm will be doing that, yeah? And your right hand will be doing the front circle silk reeling. Okay. So let's just change our angle now. We have the feet together, turn the right toes out. We don't step in the line of the hips, we step in the line of the front of the room. Yeah, this toe behind the heel. Toes turn in slightly, not too much, just in a tiny bit. Yeah. Okay, from here, stretch. One, you see now your left hand is doing what we just practiced. This reverse circle, and the right hand doing the front circle. 1, breathe in. Now breathe out. 2, 3, 4. You see my arms in the same, my left arm straight ahead, don't go out too much to the side. Yeah? Elbow dropped, you see, don't lift the elbow up. And extend the wrist, not floaty, extend the wrist. Small finger leads, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger, thumb. Keep the elbow out. You'll see, don't collapse in. Turn your waist. Yeah? And keep the same distance between the hands, not too close, too wide. Or pull back. You see, that's a stretch. And the back hand slightly higher, like you have someone's wrist here and this hand under their elbow. Yeah? Breathe in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, close. Close. So the standing, yeah, from the side, you can see when we stand, some people have their pelvis forward like this when they stand. Some people have their pelvis back. We want to have our pelvis in a neutral position when we go down, the shoulders, ears, hip and ankle in the same line, not head forward, pelvis back, shoulders back, yeah? So this is very important to align from the top of the head all the way down to the perineum, yeah? Then there's no stress on the spine. You know, when the spine is in a line and then all the discs, yeah, between the vertebrae are open, not compressed, then all the internal organs function better. So also when the body is straight, you can rotate much better if your body a little bit leaning forward, back, sideways. Yeah, that's a little bit difficult to rotate smoothly. So first we need to get the body straight. Second, we want to see that the weight transfers into the muscles and not the joints. From the side, you see, if my knees go past my toes, my weight is going down to the joints. Here, now the weight's going into the quads. So you should feel your legs working quite hard and the muscles burning a little bit when you practice, yeah? Afterwards, you just shake out your legs, yeah? But you need to go through that training, okay? So the feet are shoulder width apart, and you're going to breathe in as you bring your arms up. Sink your body down. Yeah. Form a circular shape. The thumbs point up. Imagine there's a string pulling your thumbs up. Yeah, not your elbows up. And your elbows drop down. Imagine there's a string pulling your head up and your tailbone drops down. Before you drop your tailbone, relax the front of your hips inwards slightly so that you don't put your tailbone down and push your hips forward. You want to relax the hips in and then drop. Yeah? So the chest should empty, relax, so the breathing can sink down. If your chest is stuck out, the breathing gets stuck here and can't sink down. If we can relax the chest, the breathing can sink down. Then when we get what's called reverse abdominal breathing, this helps the energy to move through the microcosmic orbit. Through this channel called the tung mai to the roof of the mouth, and then you touch your tongue to the roof of the mouth to connect the ren mai, the conception channel, all the way down to the perineum. So like the switch for the electric current, when you touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, this connect the channels. When you stand and you close your eyes, you try focus on the dantian, just to count your breath. As you breathe in and out, that's a count of 1. And as you breathe in and out again, that's a count of 2. So if we stand for a few minutes, just 2 or 3 minutes, and try to relax the body each time you breathe out. You will feel the weight in your legs, and that's okay. Just try to relax your hips. And slow down your breathing. And relax. The arms swing, shake out the legs as if you're shaking water off the ends of your feet. Okay, congratulations, you've just finished your first class.